because when she gets on a roll, she's unstoppable. So you were calling one bout. I was watching it because I was off the mic for a while, and I watched it. Kieffer was just a half a step slow. She couldn't do anything. All the stuff that usually worked for her, there were one lights against her. She was off. Then all of a sudden, she clicked into Kieffer mode and was putting touches on one after another.
Yeah, but I was looking at the green. I was calling on the green piece, and I see it's 11-4, and then I look up and it's 11-7, and then I look back over there and it's 11-10, and then it's 11. It was 15-13 was the final score.
Well, even though these fences don't weigh a lot, this is a battle of heavyweights because Favaretto has 9 World Cup medals, including 5 gold, 5 Grand Prix, including 3 gold, World Championship bronze, but she's up against a super heavyweight, even though she probably only weighs about 100 pounds, Kieffer. 24 World Cup medals, 3 World Championship bronzes, 15 Grand Prix, including 6 gold, and she's a 2-time Olympic champion. But none of that is the story here. Here's the story. They have competed against each other 7 times, starting back in 2022. Kieffer won 15-10, 15-4, 15-13, 15-11, had her number. But guess what? The last 3 times, including twice this year, Favaretto has beaten Kieffer. She beat her 15-11 back in May in Shanghai at the Grand Prix, 15-11 in Vancouver, also in May, and 15-12 in February of 24 at the Cairo World Cup. So we've seen a complete turnaround in this rivalry.
Yes, we have, but I think context is everything in terms of this. This isn't Vancouver, this is Tbilisi, and it's not a World Cup, it's the World Championships. And the one thing that, Lee Kieffer, has finished in gold medal position for the last 2 Olympics, but she's never had a World Championships gold medal.
When you consider that she has 39 World Cup and Grand Prix medals and 2 Olympic championships, gold medals, it is hard to believe she has not yet won the World Championship.
Well, she's off to a 5-0 start against Favaretto. And here's the thing, just like Cristina and Rambier, Favaretto is 23. Lee Kieffer is 31.
The experience.
It's the experience. It's also knowing how to win.
Yeah, we see 2 fencers tonight with more pressure than the others. Obviously, Bazadze, the weight of the world on his shoulders. And in Kieffer, there's a personal thing with the greatness that she has. She wants to be a world champion. Actually, she was a double gold in Paris. They won the team as well, the United States.
So you can clearly see the difference between the way Kieffer fenced in the quarterfinal and the way she's fencing right now. She's not going to mess about. She wants to get this done and dusted and get herself ready for a match against Pauline Rambier.
So Kieffer, she fences at a different speed, and her blade moves so quickly. And she was off in that previous bout, and in this bout, she's clearly at the top of her game.
Witkowski's going to look at the video. Did she get the line out in time?
Well, she did. So they've had considerably different seasons this year. Favaretto been lights out. She won the Grand Prix in Shanghai in May. She won the World Cup in Vancouver also in May. She was third in March at the Lima Grand Prix, third at the World Cup in Cairo, beginning of March, first at the Grand Prix in Turin in February. She had an off day. She was only fifth at the World Cup in Hong Kong in January. And she won the World Cup in Tunis. She's been unbelievable. Kieffer, on the other hand, well, she won the zonals in Rio a couple weeks ago, second at the Grand Prix in Shanghai, second at the World Cup in Vancouver, so we know where this is going because we know who's winning that. Third at the Grand Prix in Lima, fifth in Cairo, fifth in Busan. So she's had a great season also, but Favaretto has been special this season.
All the more motivation for Lee Kieffer to get this right. You know, Kieffer can say, you can have all those. You can have all those. I want this one. You can have all those because I've already got them.
On the other hand, Favaretto mentally has to feel so confident after she's been dominant this year. Kieffer's usually very good at that squirmy infighting stuff.
Well, Favaretto did not do the European Championships because of injury, and there haven't been any other competitions since then.
The point of Kieffer is incredible. She hits from all sorts of angles, from any type of distance. Look at this, very close. Unbelievable.
Around her head, around her back.
And she wants to get into this chaotic stuff with the running and everything because somehow she puts the point on more than her opponents.
Still attack left. And we will go to our first 1 minute break, but a blazing start for Lee Kieffer.
Blazing is a good word, and Favaretto has to figure out a way to damper that fire. Yes, in a hurry. She has to figure out a way, if possible, to put Kieffer on the defense a little bit. Kieffer seems to have her way right now.
Well, and you know, Kieffer's, she's good at that. And she has an ability to be single-minded. Yeah. That's Favaretto's looking a little rattled. But she can't get this wrong. And Kieffer's halfway there, more than halfway there.
Yeah.
And Favaretto hasn't even turned up yet. But Sandra Bazadze is, you know, completely different personalities, completely different weapon, but you can turn it around. Lee Kieffer turned it around. And so the question is now, can Favaretto pull a Lee Kieffer and get herself back into this match?
And she needs to do it at the beginning now, because if it goes the other direction, it could be over early here. She's got to get something going right now.
He's definitely up the pace.
Scored on a counterattack there. Kieffer usually puts the light on, but not that time. Kieffer not sitting back.
No. Well, she knows, Kieffer knows what Favaretto needs to do.
And Favaretto's done what she had to do. She scored the first two touches out of the break. Two counterattacks. Kieffer usually puts the light on. So she's been pushing. Maybe she's got to slow it down a little bit here. She got hit twice on counterattacks. Maybe she doesn't have to slow it down a little bit. There's her coach, Amgad Hausbach, who was inducted into the USA Fencing Hall of Fame on July 1st. Another amazing, after the break, 3 counterattacks by Favaretto. It's not an action you'd think you'd want to try against Kieffer. Make it 4. So Favaretto, with an action that most fencers wouldn't utilize against someone like Kieffer with her incredible point control, has scored 4 counterattacks after the break. My, oh my.
Well, it's now a 1-point match, not a 6-point match. That was an important hit for Kieffer.
Yeah.
Parry left off target on the riposte.
Favaretto had Kieffer in trouble, pushing right to the back and scoring. Favaretto on 2 occasions now come within 1 and hasn't been able to tie the score.
Well, you're the one who always says tying the score is one thing.
Getting the lead's another. But she hasn't been able to get to step 1 of tying the score.
Oh.
And there's the chaotic infighting of Lee Kieffer.
Kieffer with the parry, the riposte. 3-point differential now. And Kieffer 3 points away from the gold medal match.
Ranvier was successful from a slightly longer distance than that on counterattacks. That's more Kieffer's distance and close.
Favaretto can't make the counterattack work that time.
It's the attack from the left, says the referee, Vitkovsky. Challenged by, let's watch. I mean, Kieffer hopped forward, her arm was back, but in slow motion it looks different than fast motion, and Vitkovsky gives the attack. When you slow it down, it can change the flavor.
Still attack right.
Yep. Tried that little mincing step, do-si-do. Didn't put the light on. She's within 1 of her best ever individual world championship results. She has 3 bronzes.
There we have it.
She was in trouble at the beginning of the second period, and Lee Kieffer, the great Lee Kieffer, is within one victory of her first individual world championship.
Well, even, let's say, in just devil's advocate, that she doesn't win gold, she'll still improve on her record if she comes away with silver, and but I don't think that's going to happen.
We'll certainly see, because she'll be up against number 15. She just beat number 3. Listen, let's be very candid here. With the season that Favaretto just had,
Yeah.
the winner of this bout in the semi is this very heavy favorite to become the champion tonight. And Kieffer got through the first hurdle.
Well, one thing I did notice is that Favaretto was sort of stretching and holding her back, and they didn't tell me in general what her injury was, but they said it was serious enough to where we want to give her as much time, and there we have it. It's